Galileo's experiment was simple. He took a heavy object and a light one and dropped them at the same time to see which fell fastest. Now in this case, the feathers fell to the ground at a slower rate than the bowling ball because of air resistance. So in order to see the true nature of gravity, we have to remove the air. It takes 3 hours to pump out the 800,000 cubic feet of air from the chamber.
Okay, we dropped 2 millitorr in the last 30 minutes.
But once it's complete, there's a near perfect vacuum inside.
6104 manual, 10% open. Station 1, go for drop. PCV 30-1, pressure set point at 240 psi. We are go for drop.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Cameras on. 2, 1. Release.
Exactly. They came down exactly the same. Wow.
Look.
Watch right there. Look at how they hit right there.
Exactly.
You're back on the side.
Exactly the same.
Feathers don't move, nothing.
Look at that. That's just brilliant. Isaac Newton would say that the ball and the feather fall because there's a force pulling them down. Gravity. But Einstein imagined the scene very differently. The happiest thought of his life was this. The reason the bowling ball and the feather fall together is because they're not falling. They're standing still. There is no force acting on them at all. He reasoned that if you couldn't see the background, there'd be no way of knowing that the ball and the feathers were being accelerated towards the Earth. So he concluded they weren't.
Suppose you drop a golf ball and a bowling ball from the Empire State Building. Which hits first? Answer? They hit at the same time. It could be a marble and a piano, a banana and an anchor, or any two objects for which air resistance won't be a big factor. The idea is that everything falls at the same rate, no matter what its mass is. A lot of folks have trouble believing this. It just doesn't seem right. Oftentimes we say, but a bowling ball weighs more than a golf ball. Doesn't that mean gravity is pulling on it more? Well, there's a distinction to be made here. The bowling ball has a greater mass, so there's more stuff for gravity to act on. So yeah, in that sense, gravity is pulling on it more, but it still doesn't fall any faster. Why not? To understand why, ask yourself this question. Which one is harder to move? The bowling ball, of course. It takes more force to move the bowling ball, and the bowling ball is also the one gravity pulls on more. A smaller object is easier to move. It also has less stuff for gravity to act on. So why do they fall the same? That's the cool part. These two factors exactly balance each other out. That's why any object, from dump trucks to linguini, fall at exactly the same rate as any other